Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Nuri Shazul Putri Sadruddin and my matrix number is AS11609. So today we're going to talk about education. So education is the process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs and habits. Educational methods include teaching, training, storytelling, discussion and directed research. So why is education important? It helps people become better citizens, get a better paid job, shows that difference between good and bad. Education also shows us the importance of hard work and at the same time helps us grow and develop. Thus, we are able to shape a better society to live in by knowing and respecting rights, law and regulation. So, one of the importance of education is to enable one to earn more income. Everybody wants a good life. It may be called as the root of evil, but most people will agree that money is important for survival in today's world. The more educated you are, the better career options you have. Just to make my points more clearer, imagine yourself if you get a good and high education. You will get employed by a good company that will invest a good amount of money on you. But if you only get a little education or you are a school dropout, you may get a low paying job or the worst case scenario, you may not get employed at all. So this had show us that education is very important to enable one to earn more income. So next, I will pass it to Nabila.
Thank you to Nuri Shazwa. I am Nur Nabila binti Abu Bakar with matrix number 11597. In my opinion, the most important purpose of education is to produce people of good character. Education is something that is very important for us to have a bright future. We know that a people get education is to acquire knowledge in their life to be a good person with good character. The knowledge gained can make a person have good morals from various aspects. This is also because when they have an education, they will know what is good or bad for them. This makes education can make a person able to see well and then have good behavior. Example of good characters are respecting parents or people around, being kind to help other people and so on. So I believe that the purpose of education is important to produce people of a good character. So, what is your opinion, Afina?
Thank you, Nabila. Hello everyone. My name is Nur Afrina binti S. Faris with matric number AS12255. So, in my opinion, I strongly believe education contributes to the progress and development of the country, especially in economic aspect. So, what does education have to do with the development of the country? Firstly, we need to have a deep understanding about how education and development go in hand. As a matter of fact, education is a catalyst for converting information into knowledge. It makes us capable to apply the skills and knowledge we have learned in real life scenarios. What I mean is, if we receive proper and higher education, that means we get to instill ourselves good skill and adequate knowledge. In one of the articles I have read, it stated that countries with a greater portion of their population attending and graduating from schools see faster economic growth than countries with less educated workers, meaning that if there are more people with higher education, there will be more high-skilled people in the society. Therefore, employment rate will increase. It is clear that access to education can improve the economic and financial lifestyle of citizens and determine the prospect of future generations, especially in developing countries. And I think it's true, as the saying goes, no country can achieve sustainable economic development without substantial investment in human capital. With skill employment increment, a country's economy becomes more productive as the proportion of educated workers increase due to more educated workers that are able to efficiently carry out tasks that require literacy and critical thinking. Economic expansion of a country need a lot of things in future. So, in order to accomplish higher economic growth, we need educated people that are equipped with adequate knowledge to do this because they have the expertise at so many things such as such as they can secure a country's social progress and increase economic rate. However, achieving this goal is not as easy as it seems. That's why having more people with higher education is vital to a country, as the education itself is very vital for the well-being of the country. So we will proceed with the next speaker.
Thank you, Afrina, for the great explanation. Okay, my name is Nura Binti Anan and my matrix number is AS12199. Okay, for me, I think the most important purpose of education is to unite people of a country. Okay, I will give you some example to make it more clear and to strange my point. First, my first example is if we can see when we study in school, uh, we got to know a lot of people and make them as our friend. So from that, it can create a bond between others, even they are from different religion and races. For my second example, in another situation, such as in a class, if our friends have a problem, we will try to help them. We'll try to help each other. For me, at that time, the the religions and races is is not a priority. Why you have to help them, but the important is about tolerance uh, about tolerance between each other. Next, uh, this this can make you more clear about my point. When people were educated, they know the uh, best thing for their country, such as they know that they have to be they 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 must have a good relationship between others to make their country achieve a peace and harmony. So, uh, so, uh, how can they do that? How can they do that? So the key is by learning something, or in simple word is they were educated. Okay. Um, for example, in school we have learned about historical subject, right? So in the historical subject, by learning, they got uh, some moral values to being united each other, so they can prevent the internal racial warfare to begin again in this age of globalization. So that's I think that's about my point. Some of this example clearly illustrate that education is the education is important to unite the people of the country from schoolhood. Okay, uh, I want to share one quote from J.K. Rowling. She said that we are only strong as we are united, as we are divided. I hope you clearly understand about my point. And yeah,
Ain, if I may interrupt, you said about racism and something, right? So nowadays people are receiving good education, but why racism still happens?
thank you, Nureen Shazwa, the for great question. Okay, for me, Mm, People like that, they were educated, but they don't apply what they learn in their school, what they learn in their university. That's why they will be like that. Uh, yeah, I think that's only my answer. I hope it answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ain. That is such a wonderful point. Okay, after hearing to all of the points given by all of the candidates, which one do you guys think is the most important purpose of education? So I guess I want to ask Ain.
Thank you, Afrina. Um, for me, I think the most important purpose of education, I do agree with Shazwa point because for me, person with higher education background will will get a higher position in a company, and this will increase their income. How about you, Nabila?
Thank you to Ain. I also agree with Nuri's as well point. This is the most important purpose of education is enable ones to earn more income. What's your opinion, Nuri Shazwa?
Thank you, Nabila. It's my point. Of course, I agree with my point. So I do agree with my point is to enable one to earn more income. Just like what Ain said, the more higher education you get, the more job employed you can get. Okay, let's get back to Afrika.
Wow, Wawa is so confident with her point. Okay, so to conclude from what we have discussed just now, I think we all agree that the most important purpose of education is to enable society to earn more income. Do you guys agree?
Yes, I
I
am
think
familiar.
that's
Yeah,
all. I think that's all for our discussion today. Okay, so thank you.
thank you.